Biodiversity is the variety of animals and plants found on Earth and is essential to the health of our planet's ecosystems. Biodiversity is broken down into 3 levels: species diversity, ecosystem diversity, and genetic diversity. These 3 characteristics work together to create the complex intricacy of life on Earth. Certain animals and ecosystems perform important biological services. If an ecosystem is altered in any way, it may not be able to perform all of its important services. Genetic diversity is important as it serves as a way for populations to adapt to changing environment. Species diversity is essential, as each species has a role in their ecosystem, as some species not only provide us with food, but also contribute to breathable air, clean water, fertile soils, climate stability, prevention of disease outbreaks, and medicinal resources. Ecosystem diversity provides many different kinds of habitats, or living places, for biotic and abiotic features. The Sahara Desert is one of the most extreme environments on the planet and is the world's largest hot desert. At 9.4 million square kilometres, the Sahara consumes most of North Africa. The Sahara Desert's winds can usually rise to sandstorms and can reach hurricane level. Half of the Sahara only experiences an inch of rain per year, making harsh living conditions. If the Sahara Desert were to experience a loss of biodiversity, the end results could be disastrous. One of the primary keystone species in the Sahara Desert is the Sahelo-Saharan antelope. Many predatory animals would see a severe decline in population if the antelope were to go extinct, due to a lack of primary food resource. It is best to conserve biodiversity by saving habitats and ecosystems for the future sustainability of the area, rather than trying to save a single species.
Why is the biodiversity of an ecosystem critically important for its future sustainability? I have chosen the Arctic tundra. The Arctic tundra is a large, mostly treeless and cold region which is found across northern Alaska, Canada, and Liberia. Biodiversity is the variety of different animal and plant life, as well as microorganisms, their genes, and the ecosystem of which they are part of. It is important as it achieves important biological services. For example, green plants transform carbon dioxide into oxygen. The Arctic tundra has a low biodiversity with 1,700 species of plants, almost no reptiles or amphibians, and 48 land mammals, although the number of individuals in each species is very large, such as the flocks of migratory birds. In the months of summer from March 21 to September 21, only sunlight is exposed, and during the colder half of the year, there is only darkness. During the lighter days, many animals migrate to this area to make the most of the lack of predators, insects, fish, and abundant plants, only having to worry about packs of wolves. Humans have and are leaving large and negative impacts on the Arctic tundra. We have threatened animals that live in this ecosystem by increasing the number of roads, pipelines, and mines, which interrupts the animals' food supplies, although the main problem is global warming. Because of human activity, plants and animals' habitats are melting, which is by far the worst impact. A main animal species which is being affected by these impacts is the Arctic wolf. This animal is a carnivorous hunter, and their job is to control the populations of other animals, such as the Arctic hares, caribou, and muskox. If the Arctic wolf was to become extinct, there would be a population explosion in this ecosystem. This is only one of the many reasons for why biodiversity is very important. If it wasn't for just this one mammal, it would have a detrimental effect to the population of other animals in the Arctic tundra. Therefore, biodiversity of an ecosystem is critically important for its future sustainability as it keeps communities healthy and under control.
An ecosystem is an independent web of abiotic and biotic factors. The more interconnected these features are, the more resilient the ecosystem is to disturbances, as there will be numerous alternatives to obtaining a source of energy in any trophic level. Hence, the biodiversity of an ecosystem is a strong indication of its resistance to disturbances and future sustainability. Occupying the intermediate trophic levels, overabundance and a lack of fish is detrimental to the stability of an aquatic environment. Feeding on undigested food from their host anemones, on small zooplankton from the water column, algae and dead tentacles of sea anemones. Clownfish plays an integral role as an intermediate consumer, sharing a symbiotic, mutualistic relationship with sea anemones, each providing a number of benefits to the other. The sea anemone protects the clownfish from predators, as well as providing food. In return, the clownfish defends the anemone from its predators and parasites. Furthermore, clownfish serve as a food source for tertiary consumers, such as sharks and eels. The effect clownfish has on the reef stability should not be undermined. Overfishing of clownfish is detrimental to a reef's ecological stability. Zooplankton and algae producers will have less pressure, whereas fewer clownfish results in greater pressure on tertiary consumers, which feed off the clownfish. If the ecosystem had an underdeveloped genetic biodiversity, algae bloom, eutrophication, can occur, potentially limiting the sunlight and causing wide swings in dissolved oxygen levels, depriving keystone species such as coral and many other species the necessary nutrients to survive. The disturbance could create dead zones, eliminating aquatic life. Also, due to the loss of clownfish, tertiary consumers will have to be reduced to maintain some form of ecological structure and stability. Hence, it is imperative to closely monitor trophic levels and ecological sustainability of reef and other ecosystems, as well as minimising human disturbances to help develop the genetic diversity of these ecologies and future ecological sustainability.